you beautiful, awesome people, and welcome back to Digimon Cyber Sleuth. In the previous episode, we undertook the demon pilgrimage, or the evil pilgrimage, and we found out what the whole shenanigans was with Jimmikin, and then a whole bunch of other stuff happened after that, but it was mainly going through and figuring out what Jimmikin was up to, and a whole bunch of other shenanigans got revealed at the same time. So in this episode, I think it's mostly going to be a little bit of filler, a little bit of shenanigans, some fun shenanigans, of course, a lot of dialogue, with a little bit of main storyline going on here. As I said, this is kind of the weird part of the game where I've kind of left it, because like there's a lot of side missions and then a little bit of main, but it's so tiny, it's very minute. Anyways, so we need to go to the whiteboard, because I'm pretty sure that's where I've left off. Yep, I got two cases. I've got one being the #1 gamer, so the rank obsessed gamer, Nakano TRF. That is the offline Colosseum area, Broadway level 4. I want you to look into the guy who took my title as champion and top grappler, is the guy at Cheetah, and we do get a farm expansion plugin, so it is definitely worth doing. And Shut-In Boy's mother at K Cafe. My shut-in son likes chatting online. There is one girl he really likes, but need to know she's for real. That one's kind of just for the yen, and that's about it. So we'll start off with the #1 gamer. Both of them are luckily in Nakano themselves, so that's really handy. Both at level 4 too. The other thing we can do while we're up in the offline Colosseum is actually do the offline Colosseum, which is something I've said I would do, but I just haven't not had the time for it, and I haven't exactly been in the area for it. And here we are. So there is the connection jump for it. We won't jump into that just yet. So update on my Digimon for between last episode and this episode. The Peliseomon, I think that's how you pronounce it, Peliseomon, is now level 99. I wasn't expecting that, but that's just how long I kind of was away from Digimon. I left my Switch on sleep with Digimon going, and it just jumped up like 86 levels by the time I actually turned the Switch on to do the leveling up for it. It's got 150 ABI, or stat points, into intelligence. Now that's up to a whopping 422. Skill point allows it, obviously, is deep sea slumbers, chance of putting it to sleep. But the main reason why we go into magic is because of its main special move, Sorrow Blue, which is intelligence, penetration, medium water move, which attacks all foes, 25% chance of putting the target to sleep, combined with its own ability, that's like 35%. So this thing's a monster. So having that level 99 is great, mixed in with C-Styles, my Blackwall Greymon, which also has a defense penetrating move, which is Dark Terror Force. Unfortunately, it is only on one of the enemies. Sorry, no, that's not it, this one. Yeah, on one foe, but still, and Dragon's Wrath as well, topped off as well. This thing's a monster, so we're gonna kind of be, rummaging through a whole bunch of Digimon. Gem at the moment will be leveled up. His ABI, unfortunately, is not high enough to be at max and for me to go through and train. So he's going to be on the sidelines until then. And if you want to be nicknamed, or have the nickname for a Digimon, that is available for channel members. So if you want to become a channel member and have early access to videos and all that, hit the join button below. It's as cheap as like $2 or $3 a month, which is really cheap. And you get a whole bunch of perks. There's like nickname stuff and Julius of the Roses perks, and I'm probably adding in more as the more videos I do and all that too, plus a Discord channel. That's just to name a few of some of the perks. And I didn't want to click on this. We've already done all this too. Alright, let's interact with this fight in the Colosseum. It's going to start off really easy with the Bronze Cup, which will be mainly like baby and rookie Digimon at the very best. So we'll just go through and do auto. I mean, you could just do a base attack. I think this would take out most of these Digimon. Yeah, it does. Oh, wait. I know why base attack just went off then, because C-Stars has no SP. I never healed him. Alright, well, that's oops. Alright, well, at least Greymon's gonna get some experience, so that's good. My Digimon are just the cutest. Alright, Nightmare level 3, Bye-Bye Tokamon. And then basic attack. It didn't take it out. Okay. Heaven's Thunder, level 3. Goodbye. That was not needed. Alright, level 18 for Germ. I think I'm going to need like 50-50, maybe 70 to get 200 ABI. Researcher USB definitely kicking into effect there. Alright, let's take these little babies out. These are like the in training, and then the one I just took out was the rookie. I think, if not, that was the baby then in training. I always forget. No, I think that's the in training, the one I just took out. Oh well. Rips. Alright, level 24, and that was only just off 10,000 experience too. This does spit out quite a lot of experience, so it is worth doing. It does get relatively hard at the end. So these are all in training Digimon. And then I think our last battle in the Bronze Cup should be rookie Digimon. Goodbye. I took it out. My lord. Alright, Heaven's Thunder again. That's also super effective. Because electric versus wind. Level 28. Started at level 1, obviously. Right, this is the final one. It's a Gourmet. This should still spit out some decent experience. I know what you're thinking. Maybe I can get through this. Maybe I can win. Sorry, but I'm here to show you you're wrong. You sure about that? Nightmare level 3. It did alright. Boom. It's embarrassing when you get disrespected by a base attack. Yeah, that was a rookie and it was just 8,300 experience right there. So level 1's level 31 with mostly rookies, just to give you an idea on the experience you get from the offline Colosseum. Now that's the easy one. Possum, you're the Bronze Cup Supreme Champion. Now on to the next challenge. Ta-da! Here's your prize. A brave point, I'll take that. Alright, let's go off again. I probably should have gone through and also turned my farm on. It's something else I forgot to do. Anyways, we're starting off with the opposite of Terriermon. I always forget this Digimon's name. So this should be Rookie, then going up to Champion with the final battle. Level 34. Well, we'll start with level 31. So that's a good comparison of like how much experience we're going to grow. This is with obviously Tactician USBs and Research USBs on hand. Alright. Nightmare level 3. Eventually I'm going to start using base attack on Platinum Numamon. Poor Patamon never stood a chance there. Tatamon never stood a chance either. That was super effective by attribute. Level 36. That just made 2 levels. Right, now we've got an Electmon and a Suikimon. I just Digivolved someone into that too. It's a really interesting Digimon. Goes into like Seadramon. I think it also can evolve into Whalemon. It evolves into very interesting water attribute Digimon. So if you want a water attribute Digimon, then that's your Digimon. Alright, level 39. That and Gubblemon. Not Gubblemon. Oh my god. The one evolves into Ikakumon. As I said, I always forget that one's name because it sounds very similar to Gubblemon. And as I said, being a dyslexic, it's not a very dyslexic-friendly name. Boom, boom. Poor Armadillomon. You think with a big shell on his back, he'd be able to live a basic attack quite easily. Anyways, Toyagamon's last. Swing those arms, baby. Right, gonna be just spamming base attacks from here on out. And then Pelissamon is gonna have to do all the hard work here. 20,000 experience. Oh yeah, babies. That's level 39 to level 43. That was all rookies, baby. I think with like one Sunamon there. Well, if you thought 30,000 was good, look at this lineup. We got Devimon, Gazamon, and Impmon. Hey, my ability kicked in. I'm gonna cancel my auto here. I think the reason why the auto is not choosing Sorrow Blue is purely because it's gonna use up a lot of SP. He didn't kill the Gazamon. Oh wow. Destruction Cannon 1. Northern. I didn't mean to hit that. I went to hit the plus and I hit my home button instead. Yay! Is there any problem with the home button being underneath the plus button? 24,000. Level 47 for Germ. I think at the end of the offline Colosseum, I'll digivolve him into champion. Sorry, ultimate. I said champion because I was expecting the boss here to be champion. Alright, so we've got a cross basic attack. Hawkmon survives that very well, because at this point they're like, got stat invested and all that. Heaven's Thunder. Goodbye. I need a drink of water because it's so hot. I'm gonna stay hydrated. Ugh, we've had like a heat wave recently and I was actually really dehydrated yesterday, so I've been trying to keep up my liquids. So I drank an awful lot in this episode, that's why. Alright, 28,000, so Germ is at level 51 now. That was at level 31 we started the Silver Cup. Great job! You're the Silver Cup Supreme Champion! Now on to the next challenge. Ta-da! Here's your prize! Spray point D. Alright, off we go to the next one. It will cut off. I don't think we're eligible to do all of them just yet. And we're jumping... Oh, Can I escape? Nah, I can't. I was gonna say, I can't remember if I can escape. I've completely forgot to heal again, so we're going through this. I could very well just pop an SP spray, I guess. Alright, I'll pop it next round. 17,000, we start at level 51. Alright, so we got a rookie, and then we got Floramon, which is champion, and then Salmon is the rookie out of that. Spray B. So that should do a decent amount of SP for the Digimon. Unless, of course, you know, C-Style just goes ahead and does Black Tornado, whatever, and use up most of its SP just right there. That's the high SP one. Alright. Biomon is the last one left. That took that very well. Oh yeah, did that come off? I missed, that was annoying. Sonic Void 2. Ow. Vulcan Palm 3. Damn this thing being vaccine. Heaven's Thunder, alright, this should... There we go, take it out. Unfortunately, that miss earlier cost us a little bit there. 32,000, 56. Alright, next battle is Galgamon and Garurumon. The two wolves. I actually like both of these Digimon, they're really cool. I actually like this entire Digimon line. There's, oh, I missed. It's like, I'm pretty sure it's called Galmon or Geo Galmon. That's the next one up. But the little punchy dog thing is like one of my favorite rookies. And as I said, when he evolves up, it's really cool. And then when it gets to Mega, I guess it's still kind of cool. I kind of lose a little bit of a affiliation for it. Alright, that's down. After being sprayed in the face. 33,000, just miss out level 60 there. Should be one last battle and then we go into the last boss. Now these are champion level, believe it or not. I always thought Gatomon was always a rookie Digimon because obviously like the rest of the Digidestined Digimon would rookie. And then I found out Gatomon's rookie is actually Salmon. I was like, that makes no sense. Why does Kairi have a champion? Because when it was revealed that she could evolve straight into an ultimate, it was just so confusing as a kid. It was just like, mind blown. Level 62. Oh, we got some big nasty ones here. Okay, some of these are ultimate. Alright, let's bust into these as best we can. I've got two Digimon without SP and Pelissamon is nearly out of SP as well. Basic attack there. I know that middle one there is a champion and the Tankmon's ultimate, then it's like Tiger Vestmon is ultimate as well. Resist. Well, it resisted one, but then it went to sleep. Goodbye. Juju. Right, this should go down. Or not. Alright, that's finally down. The next one should be the boss. 39,000. That's actually a really good experience for this part of the game. So worth it. Stingmon, Wargrowlmon, and then not Wargrowlmon, that's Growlmon and Kuwagamon. They're champions? Alright, anyways, we'll take them out. Alright, Vulcan Palm level 2. Destruction Cannon level 2, that's gonna do a bit of damage. Excuse me. I really need to heal up next battle if there is another battle we need to do. I'm pretty sure there is. It'd be like the last cut we don't have access to. Crescent Leaf level 2, that's gonna do a lot of damage. Come on, I need to knock out this Kuwagamon. I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure that knows Burst Flame, that it should take it out. Alright, now it should be the boss. 50,000. Damn, level 69, nice. And then we'll hit level 70 after this. Oh, Flangemon, that's armor. Which is about the equivalent of ultimate, I think, from memory. Alright, acceleration boost. There's not much I can really do here. With the so little SP I have, we're just gonna be smacking him around for a little bit. Though that is going to do a lot of damage. I can't do any more than 1.5 though. Cross counter, that's going to do physical damage. So I'm going to get countered quite a bit here because 2 Digimon are attacking physically with basic attack. Luckily that was not powerful physical attacks because otherwise this would hurt. And this will take it out. Alright, that's that done. 54,000 experience. I was going to say level 73, not quite. But that was from level 1 to level 72. So I think at this point I can go and just level that up now. I've got to go back to not Eden. Wrong one. Back out we go. The Digilab. There was one other thing I was going to show off. I can't believe I did all that time. That was nearly 20 minutes right there that I could have actually had the Digifarm developing items, and I never did. My bad. Always throw the Digifarm on. You get, like, good items out of it. It's definitely useful for late game, especially if you're doing 10,000. So Germ, he goes up to Metal Greymon. So, 166. I'm gonna have to really push it for level 99 on this one, otherwise I may not hit 200 again. I honestly thought I would. Or should I just de-digivolve again and just try again? I don't think it's gonna reach 200 again, just something tells me. Alright, 170. That should hit us up to 200 by the time I go through and do everything. The other thing I'm also doing on the side is training up all of these in the farm, so they're just getting gradual passive experience while I'm doing stuff. And I was raising them up in intelligence as well because they're all brainy. And then when I get my next farm, which won't be for a little bit, I also want to go through and do farm expansion, raise this to rank 5, and then that gives us the maximum possibilities for good items now, because we can go farm goods and put our 5th developer know-how in on the farm, and now we've got like the highest chance to develop like really good items from all 3 categories, although really it should be 2 because 100 yen is just no point doing it. There's just no decent items you get out of 100 yen. At the point, you may as well do 1,000 and 10,000. Obviously, 1,000's really good for just getting off tactician USBs, research USBs. I didn't mean to go through there. No, don't connect jump because I want to double check. Okay, we do have one more round. Oh, it's up for maintenance. Yep, that's it. Never mind. So, Top Grappler, wasn't that a famous online multiplayer beat 'em up? Looks like the top scorer, GL, is logged in now. Alright, let's connect jump and see who exactly is causing this shenanigans. Especially if they're logged in, it's a bit weird. And of course, it's going to be a Digimon behind it. So around here, is there anything at all? I think we have actually been to this network already, because I think normally there's an item up there. And in this case, there isn't. So we'll just go through, do the teleporter stuff, and find out who exactly is behind, you know, taking over the top score for this grappler game. I actually have never heard of grappler. It must be like a Japanese beat-em-up game. I know some games do make it over to the West and they get rebranded as a different name. Or it does go over to the West and it's just such a minor title, you just don't hear about it. That encounter alone just gave us level 1 to level 15. Alright, so I could go through and just do high security, because if it is an earlier network, then there's not going to be any decent encounters in here. Especially with what we've got coming up. Alright, so there is an item here. As well as our little friendly friend here. It's a Leomon. So Leomon has God knows how many, like, evolutions. And some of them are actually pretty decent. There's Bancho Leomon, who is pretty decent. Actually worth going to, actually. I really broke a sweat. What? Are you my next opponent? You don't even look like a video game character. Sure, whatever. I don't care who I'm against. Game characters, Digimon, so long as they're strong, it's all good. Cool, let's do it. And you better be good. Well, you're not beating me up, but you can say hello to, like, my Black War Greymon and my Pillarsamon and maybe Platinum Numamon. Yikes. Well, luckily, Pillarsamon is going to do a lot of damage. I don't know if I got the affiliation for it, though. I don't. It's only ×2 because of data versus vaccine. 28,000. Got a Ranger disc as well, which is nice. Just those discs are pretty handy for when you're fully leveled up. You can just attach them and for a little bit of extra stats. There aren't any other players in this game stronger than me anymore. I think it's time to move on to a new training ground. But against worthy opponents like you, well, that's a different story. So, when do you want to fight again? Tomorrow or maybe the day after that? Huh? You're not a character in this game? You're a detective? Really? So if I went into a game with detectives in it, I could find lots of strong Digimon users like you? That's right. You think? Then I don't need to stay here anymore. I guess it's goodbye to this game then. Right, it's settled then. Let's go find somewhere to train. Are there any games with lots of detectives in them? Ace Attorney, I guess, could count? Maybe? That's more lawyers, they're not really detectives. Detective Pikachu, you got a detective there. Do I not really know any detective games? Good grief. Alright, anyways, let's snap on out of here, and that's that side case done. As I said, it was pretty quick. Offline Colosseum obviously just dragged it out a little bit. And this is the rank of Cess Gamer. Ah, you're the detective. Your comment here probably has something to do with that GL guy's disappearance, right? What'd you say? GL is a Digimon? Of course, obviously those damn hackers got into the game and started playing as cheat characters. Phew, I'm just glad that Cheater is gone. I've just been put back in the first place. Thanks for taking my case. Much appreciated. Ah, I see that there's another game now that's as popular as Top Grappler. The game's called Case File 3 Secret Code. There's a lot of detectives coming in, hanging around and carrying out investigations. Recently it's been getting really violent with people bashing in detective characters' faces. For a mystery game, it's pretty scary stuff. Eep. it wouldn't happen anything to do with like Grappleomon. He was pretty quick to move into that game. Anyways, that's that side case done. And now we've got one other side case to do, and then we can move on with our main case. There's two main cases we have to do. As I said, one's very dialogue heavy, not much goes on. We got another farm expansion plugin. I must have had one from earlier and just was like, hey, I've got a farm expansion plugin, let's just use it. Even though I was technically thinking about that plugin. It's alright, I can level up something else. You there. You're the detective who took my case. Nice to meet you. My son, Naoya. If I butchered the name, then that's what I'm going with. He is a high school freshman, but he's become a shut-in. He won't go to school. I'd like you to find out the reason for this, please. Recently, all he does is stay in those internet chat rooms, and there's this Athena girl he met there. They seem to have grown quite close. A foreigner? That's worrying. How come he knows so much about it? Yeah, that's a bit more of a concern. Whenever I bring food up to his room, I can see a girl on the chat screen. If she really is a girl, well, on the internet you can't know the person's real name, age or gender, right? Normally he doesn't talk to the family. Athena's the only one he cares about. He's naive, and it worries me to think someone is deceiving him. Please, I need you to log on as Naoya and find out what kind of person this Athena really is. I wrote down his ID and password. I'm concerned as well as to why she knows all that. I don't know if Athena will believe you when you say you're Naoya. I'll give you more information about him. He's a 15-year-old born in Aomori Prefecture. He hasn't been back to Aomori since childhood, but he's always said he'd love to go back. His favourite things are games and sleeping. He's got a good memory, he loves hamburgers, and his favourite colours are green and white. His strength is that he's honest, his weakness is he's very shy, he seems like a self-proclaimed basement dweller. What? Excuse me? Our parents should not be saying that. I take issue to that. Like everyone says, far out. Imagine your own mum calling you a basement dweller. Unless it's got a different connotation to it, but to me that sounds like a negative. That's not a nice, that just doesn't sound nice. I'm going to double check that in case I'm taking that completely wrong. And of course my phone don't want to type. Yep, that's not a good thing. Not that, well, it's got negative connotations, but there are people who like to that type of lifestyle. I mean, I could technically be considered a basement dweller, but, you know, I don't like spending 24 hours in my office. I'd like to go out and do other things too. You know, a bit of fresh air is nice. And, you know, chilling, walking the dog, walking the beach, go shopping. So I don't know. I that could be a little bit hypocritical coming from myself. But yeah, it's... If someone was to say basement dweller to me, I would kind of take it as a bit of a negative because it just has a real negative connotation. And just some people do enjoy it, but I can consider in some circumstances it could be considered an addiction reason as well, like going into people just doing it for the sake of addiction and then it's crippling their life, especially for a 15-year-old. Maybe that's not so good. You should be focusing on school and all that. Although, again, that's a bit hypocritical from me because 15, I was going through a bit of a rough time. Gaming got me through stuff, but having said that as well, I did try and keep on top of my studies too. I did, to an extent. Some subjects I failed miserably and got a D and E in, but mathematics, English, art... I think science I did somewhat well in as well. I still managed to keep up studies with them, so I don't know. As long as you maintain it, balance it and all that, then it's not as bad as some people think. As long as you're not going out there doing nasty things or on your computer trolling and just doing nasty things on their internet, then that's a harmless hobby, to be perfectly honest. If anything, it's, as I said, it's helpful for some people, and that's the lifestyle they prefer. As I said, I do enjoy it, but I do enjoy other things too, so I'm gonna ramble and rant there for a little bit, so let's move on. Do you think this will be enough for you? Well, anyway, please investigate this Miss Athena. She knows an awful lot about her son for a shut-in. You were asked by a mother of a young shut-in boy to investigate a girl by the name of Athena connected to the chat site. I still feel this is unethical. Oh. Well, this must be Athena. Oh, hiya, Naya. Hiya today. Wait, didn't you say you wouldn't be able to log in until later this afternoon? Or this evening, because you were going to take part in the arcade event? Arcade event? I've not been to one of them for ages. I'm going to say the event got cut short, so that way it's not like, sounds fishy. Really? Awesome, so you can spend all day talking to me then. Definitely seems like she's Athena. Actually, how long have you been here today? I want to hear more of your stories, Naoya. Yeah, tell me the rest of the story you were telling me yesterday about what happened to you when... Oh. Hey, Mum, what am I doing about this? Oh, nothing about music, was it? Soccer? Nope, not that one. I mean the one about the beat-em-up competition. You said you used the weakest character, but you still won. Oh, that one. Naya, just as a test, would it be alright if I asked you a few questions? Uh-oh. I hate this. You go log in and all of a sudden the website's like, hey, here's 3 security questions, and you made those stupid questions when you were like a teenager, and you're like, dude, I am a 27-year-old female. I made these like over 10 years ago. I ain't gonna remember what I put as the answers. Naya, what was your job again? I'm a student, but I don't actually go to school. Yeah, that was it, a student, though you said you always stay home. Alright then, second question. What did you say your favourite food is? Hamburgers. That's right, you definitely said you liked hamburgers. Maybe the questions were too easy. Okay, last question. There is something I always asked you about. Nao, do you like me? It's gonna be either one of these. What would a boy say? Oh, 15. He'd have to say, I don't understand, guys. What would they say? I think they'd say, sure. That's such a guy thing to say. Oh, thank. I was like, guys would say sure. They would not come out and say I love you. That's not a guy thing at all. No, he's really shy. He would never come right out and say he likes me. He's just compliment me on the nice points instead. Now, sure. Damn it. You're using Naoya's account. What do you want? Just stop. Stop pretend. Oh, wow. It definitely wasn't an actual person. Minor Vramon. Well, another Digimon falling for a human again. We had Lilymon earlier fall for a guy, but the guy wasn't into her. Anyways, we got agility boost there. So we move on through the dungeon and we take care of this love-struck Digimon, I guess. Even though I don't particularly want to. Bit cruel. Can't help that the Digimon fell for a human. We can't help who we fall in love with. That's all chemicals in the brain. Oh, empty. Alright, well, we go somewhere else. There was a second teleporter I gotta go to. Right, down. Alright, up here it is then. That's the only teleporter in this room. I think I'm gonna make 2 trips though, because one looked like it was out of the way. I do have to make 2 trips. Alright, HP restraint. Oh. Be kind of rare that I would use it. I would use it later on, but not at the moment. Alright, Leomon is obviously here. So let's take that experience. It'll be nice when I eventually raise up Platinum Nimamon. Oh, that was a pathetic amount of experience there. I was expecting a bit more from Leomon. His experience level is just like him. Always goes down, down, down. Oh, lucky we come back here, so not much of a walk to get back to the teleporter, and oh my lord, if I start drinking a lot of water now, it's because the temperature in this room just suddenly doubled. I did say we've been underneath a bit of a heat wave. My lord, I can't stress that enough. It just... whew! Temperatures suddenly boost here and there, and it's so annoying when it happens too. You're the one who was just here a second ago using Naoa's account, weren't you? Poor Naoa, to be fooled by a liar like you and letting this account get stolen. Here we'll go this one. I think she needs to know. No, if Naoa knew what you did, he would be upset. I hate you. How dare you hurt Naoa like that? Anyway, I have nothing more to say. Go away. Go away? Dude, he's gonna be upset knowing that it's not a real girl. He probably thinks that, Athena is actually like this actual girl. Alright, boom. This could hurt. It hurt a lot. And quite a decent amount of experience there, nearly 20,000. Level 32, level 37 on Gem. I'm just gonna let him level to level 99 and guarantee I get the ABI of 200. Huh? Why? Why did you pretend to be Naoa and come to this chat room? Are you trying to get me banned from the chat room for pretending to be a human? Can't Digimon chat just like humans? Are you saying Digimon and humans can't be friends? Before you got here, I had never hurt anyone. I just wanted to come here and listen to Naoa's stories. So that's it. You were asked to come here by Naoa's mother and pretend to be him. Naoa, he couldn't make any friends at school. He stopped going and became completely absorbed in the chat site. I was interested in the site and came to live here. When I met Naoa, I made myself look like the other characters here and we started chatting. Naoa hasn't talked to his family in a while. Sometimes he'd miss school. His family would be hard on him. That made it even harder to talk. He always told me he wanted to talk to his family just like he used to, and he wanted to go to school and get along with everybody. If Naoa's mother is worried about him, could you please tell her to sit down with him and talk to him kindly? I'm sure Naoa would open up to her. I'll do my best to encourage him as well. See, as I said, sometimes the shut-in life isn't kind of something that people do. They tend to fall back on it as a escapist type of thing. As I said, I actually originally did that too. I still kind of do it to this day as well, just with all the issues I've personally got going on in my life. Originally, gaming for me was a bit more of a warm, fuzzy feeling because I used to do it with my family. Didn't have any friends that used to game or anything, and then I got into high school, went in some really dark times there, and then I had issues at home as well. Even had to a point with like being bullied every day, and I'd eventually even had a teacher bully me in my favourite subject, and they gave that up for good too. So gaming was a massive escapist for me. No one to talk to, obviously. There was no one to talk to. I had issues at home, issues at school, didn't have much friends. It was very hard to make friends. I ended up getting social anxiety from all the bullying. Anxiety in general, it's now developed into an anxiety disorder with a minor OCD. I actually didn't even know I had OCD as even as a diagnosable thing until I saw a psychiatrist and explained some of the rituals I do. Rituals, I didn't, even then I wouldn't even call them rituals, but certain things I do, it gets considered as ritual-like and falls into like OCD. And even though it, to my mind, because normally OCD you do things in making sure nothing bad happens, and then that's why they repeatedly do these things, make sure things are perfect and all that to make sure bad things don't happen. And yeah, unfortunately, because of all those bad events, it's resulted in me suffering long term as well. So gaming basically got me through all of that, and even as I said, now it gets me through that. That's generally why I enjoy passionately talking about video gaming. If I'm not very good at a game, I'll still talk about it if I do enjoy it, because I kind of want to talk about it, and then I know for a fact me talking about it makes me feel good, and I know sometimes people listening to it makes them feel good too, because they can talk about it in the comment section below, or they can watch it and then feel that kind of joy too. And gaming is a magical media. It's unique. It's an interactive movie in a way too, and it has awesome magical powers to heal people and bring people together. It's absolutely amazing. And I've gone off topic again. I'm so sorry. Oh, and could you please not get me kicked off this chat site? Be a good friend to Noah from now on. Please take care of Noah from on. We'll do that one. Yes, sure. Woohoo! I need to turn the aircon on because I feel like I'm starting to melt. Ah, detective, were you able to talk to Athena? And why is it every time when it gets really hot while I'm recording, my phone to turn on my aircon is flat? I'll charge that then. We were? Excuse me? I see. He tells her a lot apparently. I didn't realize he was so worried about the family. My son is a shut-in. He's different from other kids. If he doesn't get back to school soon, I don't know what will become of him. I guess all that worry has made Nayo nervous about talking to me. Detective, what you saw, what kind of person is Athena? She's a very good person. I see, from the stories I've heard of her, she seems like a very kind person. She seems to be someone who really cares about Naoya, which is good. I feel really bad that I doubted her intentions. Tonight, I think I'll make hamburgers. They're his favourite food and I haven't made them for a while. I doubt I'll be able to repair a relationship quickly, but I'll start trying to listen to what my child says more carefully. Detective, I'm so glad you took the case. Thank you so very much. Ah, what a touching case that was. And yeah, it did kind of drag on a little bit. As I said, there is a bit of a dialogue heavy part coming up too. That's alright, the last thing we have to finish this mission with anyways, or this chapter, is relatively short. Alright, back to the agency. And we just grab our yen and some of our attachments. Not too fussed about them. Alright, so now that that's done, we gotta start off with the lab first, because a couple of things we need to do. I'm pretty sure our farm is good to go. Large capacity USB, thank you. Not quite what I wanted, but it's still decent. Alright, command, develop. We should get another one out of this. Unfortunately, I have an expansion, and I don't know what to do with it. I would use it on farm 2, but there's no point. Because this is just my training farm at the moment. I might use it on Island 3 when we finally get that. I don't know when that's happening. Hopefully sometime soon. Anyways, oh, I kind of want to go back. I don't think anything massive would have happened in the training farm in regards to levels and digivolving, but it's still worth a look. At the moment, I'm just working on getting ABI up for those Digimon and trying to get their inherited skills, if possible. Don't think anyone is at max. Nowhere close, but Hagagurumon is pretty close. But I don't think that's going to happen in this episode. It's going to be relatively slow. Alright, anyways, let's do the main mission. So the next two missions are main cases that we need to go hunt down. First one is going to be just around here. Oh, this place looks nice. Oh no, that's not a drill sound. Homer Simpson drill. Ah, who the hell are you? Oh, who the hell are you to say who the hell to me? Ah, if you want to eat, just come inside. Did you say? You don't understand? A lady such as myself can't simply go into a place such as this uncompanioned. By the way, the other day I saw a girl left alone outside this place. She looked so lonely. She was fair-skinned and had black hair. She was looking at the display. I only know one fair-skinned and black-haired girl. I think that might be Yuki. Oh, wow. Blah, 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 blah. You know who I'm talking about. Yeah, we'll get to it anyways. Perhaps I only saw the gill. Ah! So KrimZen, how's the new body? Have you broken in it yet? While you were out having fun, we got another request for the Cyber Sleuth. It's quite a bit complex. It's quite a big, complex case. Once you get back to the office, you can find the case on the whiteboard. I'm sure it's very complex. It can't be as complex as what you're going to give me in the future chapters, but you know, let's just see how complex this case really is. Anyways, one main case, Broadway food tour. Hey, bank expansion drive. Oh, that's kind of easy. That's more handy because I can scan more Digimon, but I needed farm expansion. Sorry, not farm expansion, farm development. I am an undercover eater for food reviews and I need someone to help me investigate something. An undercover eater. KrimZen, I know it's out of the blue, but are you hungry right now? I am, actually. I'm a bit peckish. Haha, kids your age are always hungry. Actually, this case came from the web. It's actually quite a strange one. We have a request from someone who ranks gourmet restaurants as a personal hobby. She would like you to go to Nanakano and grade the gourmet restaurants there and report back to her. The fees and expenses have all been paid up front. I decided it wasn't a risk, so I took it on. I have decided to entrust this case to you guys. Huh? Oh. Kyoko, is that egg and rice place really doing all you can eat buffets right now? Can I really eat for free, Kyoko? Oh wait, wrong voice, that was Aruto who said that. Yes, it's a present from me to all you hungry little kids. Please try your best on this one. Oh, great. So the 3 restaurants we are going to are a Chinese restaurant, a sushi restaurant. Hells to the yes! I've never been to a sushi restaurant. I don't think there is any sushi restaurants locally or even up in our capital. I do believe that's over on the east side of Australia. I know I saw one over in Sydney when I used to live in New South Wales, so maybe next time I'm in Sydney I'm going to go to a sushi restaurant. And a tea house. I don't think I've been to a tea house at all. I don't think they're a thing here in Australia. I could be wrong. Wait, what about the egg and rice place? It looks like each one of these places is in the Nakakano building. Ah, what about the egg and rice place? We can visit the places in any order. I'm starving. Let's just go. But my egg and rice! I kind of imagine it in the voice of, Burger, but my egg and rice! Alright, first one should be, that's not that. Here. Huh? What restaurant is this? This place is kind of run down, actually. It's fallen apart. Actually, no, it's a complete dump. You must be blind. This place looks great. If it's been deteriorating, it means it's been here for a long time, which means customers have been coming here for a long time, which means it's good. Great, let's go in. KrimZen, what are you having? Sushi. Actually, speaking of like rundown places, when I was in Singapore, there was a lot of places like that, but they had absolutely amazing food. I had like calamari up in Singapore, and it was the best calamari I've ever had in my life. So fluffy batter. The calamari inside of it was just to die for. AKA like salt and pepper squid, but oh my god, it was so nice. The sauce was so nice. The mocktail I had there too was really nice too, because I can't drink alcohol at all. But yeah, it was just so nice. The whole meal was so nice, and for like $10, they served me, as someone who was a small appetite and small eater, they served me the equivalent of 3 meals. It was so filling, and for Ben, they served him the equivalent of 2 meals, because he's a big eater, but for him that was like 2 meals. It was just so divine. So we could have had 1 bowl for the 2 of us. It was just that much food. It was so nice. And then you come to Australia, it's just, I miss Singapore. Singapore is a beautiful place. What should I have? The Kahan looks good, but so does the Mapo Dufu. Huh? Half a Kahan meal? That way I could have just the parts of the Kahan I like, the best. Okay, I'll go for that then. Half a Kahan and Mapo Dufu. Here you are. wow, they give good sized portions here. This is a good choice. I love it when I do good portions. You go to some places and you pay, you know, like $30 for fish or something, and it's like the smallest portion, and you leave the restaurant hungry. Although in my case, it's a small piece of fish with some veggies and all that I tend to be full of. But for a normal person who has a normal appetite, they're not full, and it's a big complaint sometimes. I actually had a beautiful, like, just last week I said I was like extremely sick and I couldn't eat for like 3 or 4 days. Day 5 I had steak. Day 6 my appetite was pretty much back at that point, or day 6 or day 7, one of the two. I had this beautiful snapper with a cauliflower salad underneath, I think mixed in with like broccoli and broccolini. I don't know what the difference is between broccoli and broccolini. I think there's a slight difference between the two of them, but regardless. And I'm not sure what the dressing was, but it was so nice. It suited the snapper, and it suited the cauliflower. It had a very, kind of like a rich, sweetish type of taste to it. I originally thought it was like a bit of, you know, butter or something like that, but we were going to like a 4-star restaurant, so it was quite nice. And as I said, that was like the most I'd eaten for that most of the week, beside like the steak, but I only had just a steak by itself, and that was quite a small steak. Only about, I don't know, maybe about 200 grams. And then after that day, I had like another steak, and I also had a Caesar salad with it too. So it felt good by the end of the week being able to eat after not being able to eat for 3 or 4 days. I digress. What was I talking about? This delicious smell. Ah, yes, it's Sichuan sauce. Sichuan pepper. Sichuan pepper. I've had Sichuan sauce. That's an interesting sauce. Not my cup of tea, but yeah, in the Maple Tofu. Oh, the Sichuan pepper is making a beautiful harmony with the even more delicious star anise. Also, another thing too, I can't have pepper, so like, it makes me incredibly sick. So I don't know if I could actually eat that. Even the Sichuan is, I think it's like a bit on the heatish side. I think. I don't know. It's like, I had Sichuan garlic because I had the actual sauce and I had to mix garlic into it and all that. It's interesting. As I said, not my cup of tea when it comes to sauces and all that. I definitely don't understand the craze behind it. Anyways, I'm going to try and put the chahan in my mouth while the aftertaste of the Maple Tofu is still there. That was great. Oh, that was delicious. Just like I thought. This place is amazing. That was great. Crab omelette and egg chahan with stir-fried mushroom and egg. That actually sounds quite nice. I have no idea what chahan is, but stir-fried mushroom and egg sounds nice, and crab omelette I've never had, but I do like crab, I do like omelette. I'm assuming it'd be quite nice, unless it's not omelette that I'm thinking of. But still, that sounds quite nice. Oh, look! Yuko! I was talking about you earlier. Who are you? Hey, what are you doing? Come on, let's go. Yes. Also, a bit of a spoiler here for those who didn't catch on or haven't been keeping up with the series. She's actually our client. She's the one who made this request through the web. I think the other two are actually up on the higher levels, so let's us go up the stairs. And let's do the review for the next place. I'm coming, the sushi restaurant is next. Sushi! What's up? You seem tense. Because it's a sushi restaurant where the food doesn't come round on a conveyor belt. I've never seen that before. Yeah, a sushi restaurant, they normally come around on a conveyor belt and then you just pick out the sushi you want. I don't know how you go about paying it. I've just seen it. I've walked past it, as I said, when I was over in Sydney for a school trip. I saw it. I was like, oh, let's go eat there, but we already ate, so it's like, damn it. There's like these tiny little sushis going on the conveyor belt, and I'm not sure how if it's all you can eat or you pay for like X amount, then you pay for that at the checkout or the counter, and then you go eat them. I'm not sure, but it just sounds delectable. It's just, actually thinking about it makes me my mouth water at the moment. I love sushi so much. What? Are you making fun of me now? Have you ever been to a fancy sushi place? Moving on, what do you want to eat? Well, I'm definitely going for the omelette. The omelette? You don't get it at all. Huh? You know, egg was a dessert a long time ago. If you eat something sweet like that, you will ruin your fish. When you eat sushi, you always start with the white fish. What? Do you? The way the experts do is they clean tasting white fish first, then fattier fish, then sushi rolls. That's so boring. Geez, no wonder you don't get any girls. You're such a nerd. What? I wasn't going to... Anyway, let's go inside. KrimZen, what are you going to start with? You mean there's a whole etiquette to sushi? Well, as I said, we don't have sushi places here, like an actual dedicated sushi restaurant. It's just, you go to a place that sells sushi, you buy sushi. I actually buy sushi from a farmer's market, as an example. There is a sushi shop. I don't know if that counts as like a sushi restaurant, but let's have the sushi in the cabinet. You just, you point at it and you go, "That's sushi, please." And that shop's quite nice. And then there is one locally for me where I don't have to drive 15 minutes to go buy sushi. But it's average, to say the least. It's somewhat cheapish. Somewhat. I've had cheaper, and that was really nice. But that was back in my hometown. And he got like massive sushi rolls, like with the... I forgot what you call the seaweed. The seaweed around it. Then you got the rice, and then you got obviously like the actual main ingredient inside of it. For me, it was like crab, prawn, and tuna was the ones that I would always eat. They were my favourites. Chicken was alright. Teriyaki chicken's alright. I've had salmon before, but I'm not a huge salmon fan. Plus, I get minor reactions to salmon because of the fatty oils on it. It doesn't agree with me personally. I can eat cooked salmon, but as I'm generally not a big salmon fan. I've had vegetarian before. Not a fan. I like a lot of taste with mine. I love the seafood sushis. They're personally my favourite. I'd like to expand out a bit more with the sushis, but as I said, it's either I travel down to our capital, which is Perth, or I go over to Sydney, which seems to be sushi central from what I remember, or Melbourne. That's another one. I probably would have decent luck with sushi there. Anyways, some people think they know everything about sushi and keep going on and on about it, but the best way to eat it is the way you like it. Still I can't decide. At times like this, the best thing to do is to look at the chef's recommendations. Oh, today's recommendation is squid. Okay, I'll start with that. Is that cooked squid? I'm just trying to think, like, I've had squid. Yeah, that could kind of work. Actually, I'm now curious about that. Squid sushi. If they did it like a salt and pepper squid, like a, Jesus, I can't think of anything tonight. Like a battered one going in, salt, pepper on it, and then with rice around it. I wonder how that would taste. Or just without the batter, it still would probably taste very nice. A little bit of soy sauce going on there. Wasabi would kill me. As I said, I'm very sensitive to spice or heat. Anything with like heat in it would just blow my stomach up. Now I'm actually really, really jealous. Like, oh, damn it! I'm gonna take a trip to Perth. Sure thing, one squid coming right up. Alright, they're putting the sushi on my plate. You certainly don't get this kind of treatment at a cheap conveyor belt sushi place. Now then. Wow, it's a plump, springy, and thick. It looks... Oh, wait. Isn't there one where you do, like, the salmon or the, like, prawn on top, and then it's wrapped around with the seaweed, and there's, like, a bed of rice underneath it as well? I know that's, like, a different type of sushi, but they could do that as well with the squid. Because I've had full squid, too. Like, not just, like, the tentacles or just the cutlet of the squid. Oh, God, I need to shut up. I'm mouth-drooling now. I'll just put some soy sauce on it and plop it in my mouth. Oh, this is torture. Oh, this is amazing. No, this is torture. I love sushi. And squid's nice, too. The squid is a little bland. Oh, God, I hate bland squid. But all the al dente texture and the unique taste complement each other beautifully. Oh, that's nice, because it's still got, like, a little bit of moisture to it and everything. But bland. I hate bland squid. It just feels like you're chewing into rubber sometimes. Oh. Okay, now that I've worked up an appetite, the next one is the last one, which is the tea house, I think. That was delicious. Oh, I'm stuffed. That was absolutely delicious. So this is what an expensive sushi place is like. Ha, you never knew what you were talking about, did you? Huh? Well, at least I didn't just order fish eggs. Ew! Everything you order is eggs. You're obsessed. Also, when you left the restaurant, you said, Oyasu, didn't you? I just wanted to try out once. Is that not right? Oyasu comes from the term, oh man, not Ayasuwu Sukasu, which used to be by the staff to talk to the customers, never the other way around. Hey KrimZen, wouldn't it be the best if you wrote the report? Cool, that's great. The way I focus on the eating part. Well, that way I focus on the eating part, yeah. Hey, don't just ignore me. Yeah, calamari, I don't know if I could stomach that. Oysters I've just been able to stomach. Not natural oysters, that's blah. But there's like a flavoured oyster that I can stomach, that's quite nice. Calamari, I don't know. Oh no, not calamari, is it? Or... Did I say calamari for the squid? I don't... Yeah, I think calamari is actually bloody fish eggs, not squid. I am so confused. As I said, my brain's not working tonight. It was basically squid I was talking about. When I said calamari, I think that might be something else. Anyways. This last place... I hope I didn't walk past it downstairs. I probably did. Yeah, I think it might be downstairs. So let's drop on down to 1. And have a quick squiz down there. Because I think it's just right across the road from the first place. It is. Whoops. Wow, this place sure does have a lot of menu options for a tea house. Curry, pancakes, salty mackerel, set meal. Looks like this place serves all kind of food. So, what are you having? They have an egg set meal, free second helping. This is the egg and rice place that Kyoko said had an all-you-can-eat buffet. But they have a rice omelette meal as well. Rice, omelette... Alright, let's go inside. KrimZen, what do you want to order? Alright, what have we got here? A tea house. Cool, I like the retro feel of this place. The menu has so much on it, I really can't choose. Huh? Neapolitan pasta. Oh, that's nice. Obviously the best pasta is from a pasta restaurant, but I like this place. Okay, I'll go for it. Oh, sir, excuse me. That wasn't changed. Nice bright red tomato sauce on thick spaghetti. Well, this place really does good Neapolitan pasta. And I like this chopped sausage. Oh, sausage on top. I can't resist. After the taste of tomato sauce is gone, the spice of the chili comes in strong. There is no kids dish. This is no kids dish. Not bad at all. Well, the thing is about putting grated cheese on top is some people put it on before they start, whereas I prefer to add it halfway through. Are you kidding? You monster. I put it on the start. That was delicious. I'm stuffed. The price and taste are astonishingly good. The range of foods on the menu is very wide. Just what you expect from a Natakano restaurant. Yeah, it looks like this place has a lot of regulars. Wow, you're really hungry today. That's the first time I've ever seen one single human stomach such a beating. Alright, well that's all 3 restaurants reviewed. There might be gourmet places too. Oh, I'm still thinking about sushi. Did you write the report? Yeah, the report is good, but it's a pain in the ass to read. While we were eating, this guy just kept talking to himself and never spoke a word to the rest of us. Wow, I never thought you'd have such a talent for writing reports. So, by the way, who is this undercover tester client anyway? He kept his true name hidden. I only know his web handle, so I don't actually know. And anyway, even if I knew, I have to keep that information confidential, so I couldn't say. What? Oh, come on, Kyoko. I really want to know. This undercover examiner. Who the hell is he? Yeah, it was Yuko. It was kind of hinted at a bit earlier in this series. Alright, bank expansion. We should go from 75 to 100 now in our bank. I was actually nearly close to full there for a little while. You must be ready to burst after all those restaurants. How about some No! Wait, coffee with sour cream? Hells to the nose. Alright, so now that we've done that, we need to... It's either another case on the board. Hold on one time. We should have another Digifarm done. And I can check on my Digimon too. I think we just take the case from the board at this point. A billionaire USB! Hells to the yes! That is so rare! Yes, I had 2. Now I just need to get another... I can't math. Yeah, I need to get another 7 more. No, I need to get another 4 more, actually, because Gold Digimon only takes 2 attachments or equipment. Sick! I just need another 4 more, so, you know, just another 100,000 down the drain, and I should have my gold farming Digimon ready to go. Unbelievable. Nobody is good to evolve. Go fig. We're close, but not quite there. Maybe at the end of this mission, we might be close. But yeah, after that, we should just... I'm pretty sure it's just from the board. No? Okay. I'm gonna maybe just walk out. I'm gonna go to Shinjuku and see if that triggers anything. I know the case is out here, but I've just generally forgotten how you trigger it at this point. There wasn't any cases on the board. So let's see if there's any... Oh, here we go. I knew there was something out here. Huh? It feels like something's out to kill. Huh? A case came in from Detective Matayoshi. Hurry up and come. What, you felt something ominous in the air just now? Since when have you been so superstitious? It's probably nothing. Just go back here so we can get to work already. I could see if there's a new case to... I should see if there's a new case to investigate. AKA get your ass back to the agency for your main case. And that we shall before I just go rip. And yeah, unfortunately a bit of a walk back. Alright, here we go. Back to Nakano. And back to the agency so we can take up our last case for chapter 7. And as I said, it's a bit of an awkward chapter this is. It's a lot of filler, and even then, this one isn't so much on main case either. Even though it is a progression case, it's just nothing to do with the main story. An invisible slasher is rampant in Shinjuku. Catch the culprit before, excuse me, something serious happens, and we get another bank expansion drive, so it should be 100 to 125 at the end of this. I can double check. There has been a string of some real oddball incidents lately in Shinjuku. Cars, trees, building exteriors, they're all getting sliced up, and with clean cuts too, like someone took a real sharp knife to them. Could be a werewolf. Thankfully nobody has actually gotten hurt by this so far. Right now there's just a real case of trying to curb vandalism we're dealing with here. But it's heavy duty stuff getting damaged here. Imagine if people started getting targeted somewhere as dense as Shinjuku. It'd be a real problem. As long as we don't know who's behind this, we can't predict what'll be next, and the police can hardly be bothered to get off their asses, and like this will help us. It's after the last incident. I see where this is going. Alright, we'll check it out for you. Time to hack in the security cameras. I've hacked into, I've politely borrowed, that's one way to put it, access to a security camera in Shinjuku so we can check out what's been recording. I don't see anything, and I damn well don't hear anything right now either. It doesn't look like I can find any of the actual crime scenes, though I'd wager that you've already checked on this much yourself. There's really nothing left on there, huh? Oh, hee. I just found something interesting. Here's my trusty assistant from just a little while ago. Take a look. Nice, you actually got me on camera. Wait, what was that flash of light just now? We just might have a real life Kamaiichi on our hands here. You probably heard about them from folktales, right? Kamaiichi are weasel spirits with claws as sharp as sickles. To hear the story tell it, To hear the stories tell it, they attack people by appearing inside a sudden whirlwind, cutting their victim's skin sharply in its wake. What probably really happens is that when people's skin get really dry, it can get cut up by small rocks blowing in the wind, or so we thought. Looking at this footage, I think it's safe to say there's no ordinary gust of wind. Knowing that, there could be an actual Kamaiichi on the loose in Shinjuku, huh? Putting fairy tales aside for the moment, what do know is that light reflected off something, maybe the windows somewhere or a blade. Or maybe something else entirely. Who knows, but that light definitely skimmed really close to your head there in that footage. If you hadn't felt anything ominous back there, we might have seen your head pop off your shoulders. Heh, better stay sharp. You can only stay lucky for so long, you know. But I'm not a real person, I'm an avatar. I don't think my head's coming off my shoulder anytime soon. Head back to Shinjuku, investigate the surrounding area. Detective Matayoshi and I will stay here to analyze the footage some more. Alright, off to Shinjuku we go. And as I said, this is a relatively short mission because you go to Shinjuku, go back to the area you analyze, you go straight into a digital network, and that's quite short. You defeat the boss Digimon, and that's chapter 7 done. So a little bit of reading at the end of this, and that'll be the end of this episode too. Be on the bit of a longish side, but then again, I've had some pretty long episodes for Digimon, so it's getting to that point now. Let's just try to find like really nice places to end. It's just hard sometimes. Alright, one over here. There's a thin line coursing through here that looks like a burn mark. Wait, a burn mark? You found a burnt spot, you say? Anything else of note you found there? What's wrong? Does something fell off again? A flash of sunlight reflected off a window and blinded you, huh? Uh-oh. Hey, looks like you froze Kyo for the time being. Oh wait, there she goes, she's moving again. Guess she's looking something up. Once she's like this, she's lost in her own world. No point trying to talk to her. Looks like she'll be at it for a while. I hate ordering you around since you don't work for me, but would you mind looking around for clues for us? We've had a lot of reports about this phenomenon coming into the police department, so there could definitely be something left to find. Alright, keep on moving up. And here's the original area that we originally got spotted. There's another one of these burn marks on the sidewalk here. Huh? I feel it, that murderous intent again. Since we've already encountered it once, we should be able to dodge it. Is this the best you got? The jig's, yeah, the jig's up, I know your trick now. He's just using light refractions. And reflections. Hey, it's me. I figured out what's going on. The culprit, whoever they are, is using reflections to their advantage. Have you ever heard of the Walkie-Talkie building? It's a supersized skyscraper in London that was at all the centre of a really bizarre incident. Basically, there were cars parked nearby it that mysteriously had parts of them melted and warped. The cause of it was the building's windows. The panes were installed in such a way that they reflected the sun being potent enough to damage the cars, and that sounds so scary. In this instance though, we're not dealing with sun rays. Judging from the flash of light and those burn marks you found, we're probably dealing with a laser here. But these aren't your ordinary laser pointers we're talking about. Only weapon-grade lasers could leave such deep burns. The question is how someone managed to set them up all around Shinjuku and fire them off without people spotting them. There hasn't been any power surge in the area. Could there be batteries? No, wait. The digital wave readings are fluctuating weirdly. Don't tell me they're using the digital waves as a substitute for microwaves in an impromptu maser. If that's the case, then, hey, think you can trust in my deductions and your good luck to pull us through. Oh god, I know what she's suggesting there, and that's very risky, because if I get hit, it's a rip. Like I ever doubt your judgment. Yeah, of course. I like the attitude. Then here's the deal. The culprit is aiming that laser at you using every reflective surface in the area. We're going to use that to our advantage. The fact that their laser is bouncing around towards you means that we can trace it back to its origin point. To do that, you need to get in the line of fire, but you have to time it well or else you'll get a hole burnt right through your skull. Do you get what I'm asking here? As soon as that laser's got you, I want you to jump into it and dive inside. It was nice knowing ya. If my thinking is correct, that laser is actually a type of digital wave. If it is, the instant that beam of light hits something, it forms a connection with the origin point and establishes a Fox network of sorts. That's what should make it possible for you to jump into it. I know it sounds crazy, but you're easily the luckiest person I've ever known. Hell, I'm not. Have you seen how lucky I actually am? This game does not reflect how lucky I am, that's for sure. I'm terribly unlucky. You can do it. Trust yourself and tackle this head. I don't want to tackle this head on, because otherwise, as you said, I'm going to have a laser burn straight through my skull. So, bad choice of words there. Just concentrate. If anyone can do this, it's you. And I did it first go. Alright, digital network. Alright, let's do these shenanigans. There is going to be some items here, and they should be relatively easy to find. Stun recovery stun recovery times 3, and a lot of that gets sold in the end. I think I've already gotten a lot of stun barriers from the farms when I've been developing, so they're not a big thing. SP capsule C, that was at 5? I have so many SP capsules, it's not funny. Got some Bakamon. Bakamon, lose your power. Bakamon, lose your power. Bakamon, lose your power. If you get that reference, you had a pretty good childhood. Nearly 10,000 experience here, which is nice, and HP resistance. That could be handy, but you would need quite a lot of resistance chips if you wanted to make them actually work. Now, the next place we go... Well, first an encounter, so we're not getting anywhere. Clockmon. Here's how you get an easy Clockmon. It was a boss earlier, but you can easily just convert one at this point. I think we also get access to this network after we're done, which would be handy because there's all these Digimon are champions, I'm pretty sure, so it's going to be a good grinding place for me for cam and experience. The one downside of Digifarms is obviously when you train you do lose a lot of cam, like my Black or Grey one went down to 20%, Palasamon went down to 20% as well. So you do need to use them to recover that cam, plus for Digi-Evolutions. Certain Digi-Evolutions do require cam, and some of them need quite a lot of cam, 50% for a lot of Megas. Or even the DNA Evolutions, they need 50% for both of them. So, yeah, this is going to be very handy. And with the bank expansions, I can scan off a lot of these Digimon and hopefully use them to get some pretty decent evolutions going. Be even more handy when I get my next farm expansion, because that's gonna speed things up. Well, expansion, I mean development, because that'll give us 3 farms instead of 2, and at that point I could technically start raising up my fighter Digimon, or I could use that to start building up investigation, though it's not a major thing. Investigation, that just goes towards Digimedals and potentially those dangerous hackers we were dealing with earlier in the series. That kind of becomes a bit of a mute point in the end. As I said, it's a bit more of a side mission. I'm generally not sure if there's even a point to it. I think maybe on the PS4 version it might have had an achievement. On the Switch version, no, it's very mute. There's no achievements whatsoever, so yeah. No item. Another encounter. And also Bakamon went straight up to 2,000. Nearly 200% on Clockmon too. Right, that's down. And the next one. Goodbye. It's nice easy work there, nice easy experience. And double check this last hole. Since this network does open up to us as well. But your inventory is full, so you cannot hold any more. Hello? I've never seen that message before. Have I got 99? Was it HP capsule C? It is. I don't really care if... Yeah, I can't even use that on anyone. It's the first time I've actually had max. Because I got so many of them from grinding, and I do believe I may have got some from farms as well. So if I ever come back there and be like, oh, what's this item? I'll pick it up and be like, my inventory's full. Anyways, this is the culprit. It's Tankmon. Who are you? How do you find me here? Are you some army goon trying to take my back? You're not with the army? Well, I'm an optical weapon Digimon that broke out of a certain country's military. I was developed and trained to be a weapon capable of attacking the real world directly from cyberspace. But I hated it. I hated being worthless to them for any other purpose besides from lacked. And I hated anyone in the army who just tries to treat me just like a weapon, so I ran away. You're wondering why I was attacking the city? I was just practicing my techniques over the network to find something else I could do, that's all. Oh, so my lasers were shooting out in the real world without me ever realizing it. Sorry about that. I'll try all I might, no matter how much I ran away, I'm just a mere old weapon in the end. I'm wrong, because if I was a real weapon, there would have been casualties. Hey, you're really Hey, are you okay? You look alright. I'm so relieved to see you again. If something had happened to you, I would have made me look really terrible as a detective, so I'm glad to see you're okay. Bad timing. Detective? Oh, I knew it! You lied to me. You really are just a government dog. I'll make you pay for this, you two-faced scumbag. If you're so desperate to make me a weapon again, then I'll give you what you want and then some. Take this! Oh, okay. We're doing so well then, too! Bad timing as per usual. Anyways, we'll make quick work of this. It is a virus type, and unfortunately both my virus Digimon just... yeah. Oh, never mind, this is gonna do a lot of damage. Goodbye. 14,000 experience, bringing Gem at level 47, and that completes Chapter 7. And we do get access to this network later on as well. Well, that's enough. I get it. I'm nothing more than a weapon to be fired off. I know that after fighting you know. But if that is the life I have to lead, then I wish I'd never been created. Rip. Press F for respect there. So it was a programmed Digimon made by a foreign military, huh? I'm sorry I interrupted your conversation then. Guess I gummed up the works real bad right when you won him over. So at least it put a stop to things, even though it ended poorly. It really did. Now it becomes a serious situation. I mean, not only did you find a top secret military weapon, you also, well, destroyed it. If we're not careful here, this could turn into an international incident that even threatens our security treaty with that country. Just when Japan finally got them to move their bases too, that deal could vanish into thin air because of this. Oh, don't think any of this was your fault. Even if it were to lead to World War III taking place, you shouldn't feel guilty. There was memes about World War III back long before World War III memes even became a thing. Haha, okay Kyo. If I don't know you better, I think you're actually being serious. Oh, but I really am. When am I not? Anyway, Lady Luck must really take a shine to you. To tell you the truth, there was actually one other thing that flash of light could have been. See, if you hadn't been a normal Mazer, but instead of Phonon Mazer, you wouldn't be standing here today talking to us. Luckily, Oh, you were so lucky, because if that was the case, this would be game over. I detected fluctuations in the digital waves, which made me immediately determined that they were functioning as a maser substitute. However, there was also the possibility that instead of microwaves being substituted, that it could have been ultrasonic waves. Rather than rely on photons, phonon masers, like the name implies, rely on amplified phonons, which make their properties fundamentally different. If you've been facing a phonon maser back there, you probably wouldn't have been able to use it like a normal network line and connect jump. Now do you get how lucky you are? I don't want to think about that now. You did some great work out there today, kiddo. Well, that's what your youth is for in the first place, so keep it up. Oh, far out. Anyways, that's chapter 7 done. So we'll just accept this. Grab my bank expansion drive. I agree with what Detective Matayoshi said, so it's back to work for you, kiddo. Your next task awaits you. And a cutscene is going to pursue. Oh, great, we're back here. And so, it has come to my attention that the acquisition of the Nile Corporation by Kamishiro Enterprises was illegal, and some rotten underlings did it on their own, with no permission, and although this was years ago, it was categorically the wrong decision, and as such, I certainly will not let it slide. With that said, everyone who was even slightly involved, from the vice presidents on down to the delivery boys, I fire them all, each and every one of them. Moving on. From here on out, I shall run the company personally as a CEO. In a complete change from the old organization, I shall now control the company directly. Decision-making will be faster and will be able to provide the string of new services our customers demand. I'd like to start by taking the first step today. There's a very major project I had in mind for a while now that I'd like to announce. And that is a major update to Eden, our flagship service and the cornerstone of people's lifestyles everywhere. With this new update, you'll be able to do that, and this, and maybe even those things. The details are such a secret, but we'll be hosting an early access demo event for people to try these new Eden updates ASAP. Please join us and experience for yourself our new sincerity, along with the new possibilities offered by Eden. Doing that voice actually hurt my jaw, because I had to lock my bottom jaw in like a position and then move my top jaw only to like get that voice. And I have to like crack my jaw back in. We got slammed. Indeed, our opponent is not to be underestimated. They really got the upper hand. We were about to launch a raid on Kamishiro on the basis of the materials you obtained for us, when there was a leak in the form of an internal announcement at Kamishiro regarding the raid. In other words, they admitted their guilt before we could pursue any charges. My superiors fell for it completely. They put an end to the case by seizing the evidence we'd prepared and arresting a scapegoat. It's a matter of speculation, but I suspect that it was Kashib who ordered that announcement. This press conference must be a part of her cunning scheme as well. She probably figured out that if she got it to the press first, that she could avoid apologies and explanations that would invariably come later. But to couple that with the announcements of her becoming the new CEO, as well as these new large-scale Eden updates all the same time, and my dyslexia's just gone nuts. Give and the old razzle-dazzle is the Kashib. It's the Kashib showing she's running, and she knows it. On the other hand, we did get evidence proving a connection between Kashibi and the demon hackers, but all the accounts associated with the demons have somehow been magically erased. It's all tough to identify them in the real world. I see. I'm sorry, Kyo-chan. Just when we finally had Kamishiro by the tail, they got away. No need to apologize. Even if we rushed into things earlier, it probably would have all turned out the same. Urgent! At K-Cafe, what's up? Come see me! Great, just when we're having a serious talk. At least use a ringtone that doesn't suck all the dramatic tension out of the room. What was that ringtone? It was like... or... Jesus. Oh, a call from Nokia Shirami? Don't worry about us, just go. You know the saying, strike while the iron is hot. There's nothing we can do for it right now. Waiting for her to make her first move is a valid plan on our part. Chapter 8. No stopping the Gale Girls. And that is where... Oh no, not yet. We still got dialogue. We put your assassin... assistant. I nearly said assassin. How did my dyslexia do that? I will never know. Skills to use. I swear that kid might be a godsend from your father, sent from the great hereafter. Maybe rushing into things may not be the worst idea, just a little bit. There's no guarantee that half cyber form will be able to sustain itself forever, and if Kamishiro finds out whose body it is at the hospital, it won't end well, will it? Or possibly, it could be that they're leaving KrimZen alone on purpose, that they know the truth for a while now. Oh, we get dragged here already. Like I said, the day of reckoning has come for hackers who want to use Digimon for evil purposes. What have I just walked into? Oh, KrimZen, you're late. Why are you always late like this? Excuse me, I have a job, thank you. Back to what we were talking about. What do you mean by the day of reckoning exactly? Isn't it obvious? We'll take out the hackers and save the Digimon. Hey, isn't that a bit high-handed? Losing to Faye earlier made it very apparent I don't have the chops to do this on my own. That's why I'm planning on forming a tamer group to face off against those mean old hackers. Tamer group? You've both heard of a hacker team called the Judes. The Judes, they were a hacking team that was active a little while ago, right? That's right, Arata. I should have figured you'd know your stuff. Although members of the Judes were hackers, they never did anything evil that would have bothered other ordinary users of Digimon. So what are you getting at? We can form a powerful team by gathering hackers like former Jude members and other like-minded folks. We'll call ourselves the Rebels, and we'll protect Digimon and Eden from evil hackers. What do you think? It's totally a great idea, right? Don't you think the name kicks butt? Arata would be our leader, of course. There's no other else better for the job. What? Well, you're such an incredible hacker. You saved me that time I was attacked in Kowloon. Oh, and you're a rebel too, KrimZen. It's okay, don't worry. I'll make you the vice assistant leader, okay? I really don't know what I've walked into here. There, then it's decided. Is the Rebels a good name? We could also go with the Digimon Helpers, or DH for short. I do like the name Rebels. It's very Star Warsy. No thanks. That was very blunt. You won't do it? Wait, why not? How come? Oh, is it because you don't like the word leader? That's the case? You can be the boss, or the captain, or Jaffe, or whatever you prefer. I don't have time for your game of make-believe. Game of make-believe? I'm busy searching for the cause of that crazy sickness. You can go do whatever you want. Hey, KrimZen. Is this really the best time for you to be hanging out with someone like her? I need to talk to you. Come to Shinjuku later. I'll be waiting. What's up with that? This bites! Fine, he doesn't have to join us. We can do it without him, right, KrimZen? I still don't know what I've just walked into. Yeah? Hey you're Yuka Kamishiro, right? Don't say that out loud. I heard about you from KrimZen. What are you doing in a place like this? Kyoko told me what was going on. She said KrimZen would be here. You have business with KrimZen? KrimZen is in there with the loud mouth. You have a very serious look on your face. What were you looking at? Nothing. Monthly special hamburger set menu. Huge portions, thick and juicy hamburgers. Extra rice free year round. Is rice free over there? Food! I'm so hungry! First sushi, hamburgers, and hamburgers again. Oh, I'm gonna make a halloumi burger after this. Screw it. You hungry? Okay then, I'll see you around. She loves food, but I'm so hungry now because of her. I'm so angry. What is it with that hood-wearing punk? He must be thinking he's all that. Look at me, I'm such a nihilist. I'm so cool, I'm so hot. Well, whatevs. It means there's only one solution. I'll be the leader. I still don't know what I've walked into. What's that look for? You don't have to be so shocked or dubious. KrimZen, you'll help me recruit new members, yeah? You still haven't explained what's going on. What? Why that big long pause there? You don't wanna? You don't want it too? Now I'm really worried about the future. I'm gonna help just to, you know, make you happy and I don't end up on the side of the road dead. Oh, no need to worry. I've got a clear goal in all this. I think Yugo from the Zaxxons will understand what I'm saying a little better. Whatever will be, will be. Where there is a will, there is a way. Let's start out by trying to invite Yugo. Oh, and we gotta keep Faye completely out of it. Well, she's kind of a creeper, isn't she? She talks funny and her style is a bit, she's definitely a... Yeah. What? Are you a friend of KrimZen's? It seems you're in the middle of something. I'll come back some other time. Oh no, we're in the middle of anything. Oh god. Huh? Whoa, wait up. Aren't you Yuko Kamishiro from Kamishiro Enterprises? Yes. Whoa, she really is your friend, KrimZen. Well, I wouldn't go that far. So hey, does that mean we're your friends too? What? I mean, right, the friend of a friend is a friend. That's been the way of things have been since, like, forever. Yes, well, I'm Nokia Shiramine. Call me Nokia or Akino, if you like. That was my nickname back in elementary school. Can I call you Yuko? Or Yurikin. Yukorin would be totally adorbs. I'll be back later. Sure thing, Yuko, later! But the funny thing about you is you've got some pretty well-developed relationships considering how poorly developed your character is. Ow! I felt a burn on that one. Anyway, let's go to Kowloon and find Yugo. What, you're going to report in at the agency? Roger that. Let's meet in Kowloon then. Same place as before. Hurry up. And with that, that is the end of the... Oh my god, there's more dialogue! Well, that was fast. Are you done with your business with your friends? Am I done with this dialogue? The rebels, the friend of a friend is a friend? I have no idea what you're talking about, but you seem to have the type to be easily embroiled in trouble. What happened to Detective Matayoshi? He just went home a few minutes ago. We're going to wait for Kamishiro to make their next move. For now, you have some free time. Helping your friends might be a good use for your time right now. You never know how the wheels of fate will turn. After all, as they say, one good turn deserves another. Huh? One good turn deserves another. You're saying I'm using the proverb wrong? If that's what you think, go look up the correct meaning. I might do that. Anyways, there's 7 messengers. I'm assuming the Digifarm is good to go. And that's it for the episode. So while I'm doing this, I'll wrap it up. In the next episode, we have a lot of stuff to do. Like, all main case stuff. All main case, I mean main story stuff. So that's the thing we've got to do. There is obviously some side case, but I don't know if we'll get there. And more shenanigans. More shenanigans. And then we have big stuff. Yeah, chapter 8. I was just going through my notes. Yeah, there's a lot of big stuff going on in chapter 8, so it's all going to be main story stuff. I definitely do believe we'll be split up into 2 parts again because it's just so massive, and I do believe no one needs a Digi-Evolution, so I'll do all that in my own time. just for ABI, as I said. I'm going to do everyone here at like max ABI, just so... Oh, then again, if I'm going for inherited moves, that may not be needed. Just depends. But anyways, that's pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode, and thank you for tuning in to this episode, even though it is very long. And until next time, this is Lady KrimZen saying ciao for now, but not forever. Ciao!